Cows from Outer Space by Janine Monisset. One day, a large spaceship landed in a park just outside New York City. The doors lifted up, and out walked 26 cows. "Greetings," said one of the cows to several children who gathered round the ship. "Please allow me to introduce us. I'm Claude, and these are Kathy, Clyde, Carlos, Clark, Connie, Cooper, Calvin, Casey, Clara, Carmen, Corey, Cindy, Christy, Conrad, Callie, Carol, Cleo, Clifford, Clive, Curtis, Chester, Clarence, Clint, Carl, and Candy." "We're on vacation," said Candy, and each of the cows gave the children a big smile. The children were absolutely delighted with the cows, and were soon helping them set up their lounge chairs and unfold their umbrellas. Friendly chatter filled the air. After more than an hour of amiable talk, the cow Carol said, "I've got an idea. Why don't we have afternoon tea in London?" "Wonderful," said the rest of the cows. "Can we come too?" asked the children, jumping up and down. "Of course," said the cows, "but you'll have to ask your parents first." And so off the children ran. "Mom, Dad," they asked, "can we have tea in London with the cows from outer space?" The parents looked at each other and winked. What charming children they had! What imaginations! "Of course," they said. "Just be sure to be back before supper." "Thanks," said the children, and came to the spaceship, and back to the spaceship they ran. "We can come," they cried when they reached the cows. "We can come." "Splendid," said the cows, and they all boarded the spaceship and flew off. 20 minutes later, cow ships travel awfully fast. The travelers arrived in the middle of London. Several people gathered round the ship, watching the cows and children step out. The adults shook their heads at the scene before them. "What a foolish thing," they said. "A bunch of people dressed as cows." "Probably trying to sell a new brand of cheese," others grumbled. "What a waste of money." The English children, however, knew cows from outer space when they saw them. They ran up to the spaceship and said, "May we please join you?" Of course," said the cows and the American children. And so it was that they spent the most delightful afternoon together. They drank tea, visited museums, and strolled the promenades. After a while, however, it was time for the cows to go home. They hugged and kissed the English children, and together with the American children, boarded their ship and flew back to New York. When they landed, the cows bid their farewells. "Adieu, goodbye," they said tearfully to the children, whom they've grown quite fond of by now. "Goodbye," said the children, who were equally sad to see the cows go. "Don't forget to write." "We won't," said the cows, and then they boarded their spaceship and flew up into the evening sky. During supper that night, both the English and the American children told their parents of the wonderful afternoon they'd spent with the cows. And the parents smiled to themselves and thought, "What imaginations children have! I wonder what they'll think of next."